Two-K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. You'll see the West All-Stars taking on the 2000s team. And it's going to be the 2000s team off the tip. A look at the West All-Stars starting group. They've got LeBron James, Luka Doncic out there with Stephen Curry, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4 slot. Pass to Shaq. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And AI, Allen Iverson, does more than just shoot the ball. He also has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Baseline jumper. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to talk with Frank Vogel for just a minute. He said the first thing is to control the boards. He said nothing frustrates me more than giving up second chance points. And today, I don't want to be frustrated. We'll see if they have listened to him, Kevin.
Much appreciated, David. Thank you. So what does that mean if your man is doing a better job cleaning the paint? Now here's Iverson after LeBron James's miss. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
2000s team ball.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
From the inbound, and Shaq puts it in. O'Neal's got his second bucket. O'Neal's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Iverson against Curry. Kicks to LeBron. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. He can't get that one to fall. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Bryant drives in, and he makes that one.
And Bryant just plays without fear. In fact, he's constantly looking to score through the contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Team foul.
The free throw drops for Kobe. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Curry on the wing. Doncic against Bryant. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Doncic.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
LeBron with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Curry. Over to the left wing. LeBron outside. Jokic trying to free himself up. And it's James missing. And here's the 2000s team. It's a 5-point game. Iverson against Jokic. The drive by Iverson.
Boy, the quickness of Iverson. What a blur this guy is. Slithering his way through the defense and never afraid to drive it inside despite being a small guy.
Iverson against LeBron. Floats it up for Giannis. Stolen by O'Neal. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. Bryant's shot is good. Kobe's got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Giannis passes to Jokic from the arc. The shot off that time. And the 2000s team will go the other way with it. Bryant. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And Bryant is the total platinum level package. A lethal shooter, an exceptional defender, a flat-out assassin on offense. And most importantly, this guy's a leader, too.
So the West ends up going with the new group. Both free throws good for Bryant.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Here's Brown. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Hey, yo, right here.
Dish out to Gobert. It's stolen by Bryant. He's off on that one. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Brown with it. He's picked up by James. Paul, no one around him.
Chris Paul.
That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Well, that's a good decision right there to get Paul the ball. He made it look easy on that catch
2
and
minutes
shoot.
remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Iverson against Paul. To the middle. Here's Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now here's Paul. There's Brown with the 3. Good on the triple.
Really good to see Brown drop in the perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
Here's James. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Bryant in the post. Defended by George. Bryant in the post. Gobert on him. Bryant's shot is good. Bryant's got 9. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the 2000s team.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here's Iverson. Following the basket by Jaylen Brown. And the 3 off target. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. Passes it to Paul. George with no one around. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here's Kobe, and he goes right over Jaylen Brown and slams it down.
Bryant skying high to slam it home. Always looking to stuff with style.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. George looking around. Clock is at 3. Launches it. The shot missing. Gets it off. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The 2000s team leads by 8. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What do you think, guys, about the 2000s team here so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Paul George is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Simmons in at the 4-man position. Now Lillard following the miss by Nash from deep. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. So for the West, Jokic comes in for Gobert. And Doncic is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Now, here's Doncic. The pass to Jokic. Over Carter. It's good, and the 2000s team lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Jokic.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And Vince Carter picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. James checked in for George. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Doncic outside. Releases. Offensive rebound. It's good, and the 2000s team lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jokic.
Jokic doing a nice job there, boxing out the defense to earn a second chance shot.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic is arguably the greatest passing center of all time. I say arguably because Wilt is in the conversation. But Jokic sees the game a frame ahead. Nikola said, I just look where defenders are standing, listen to what they're talking about, and their play calls. For me, it's a normal thing. I just wonder what they're doing, and I do the opposite. Kevin, it's simple, actually. I'm going to do the opposite now and stop talking.
No. You keep talking, we'll keep listening, and David, thank you very much. The 2000s team making a switch here. Wade's checked in. And Carter has it in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the 2000s team leads by 10.
And you know, guys, Wade is a terrific teammate, always willing to give up the ball and share the sugar, if you will, especially when his teammate is wide open.
Now, here's Doncic. Down low, Jokic. And it's sent back by Nowitzki.
Love how Nowitzki uses his long arms there on defense, solid at coming up with blocks. Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Carter against LeBron. Carter dishes it to Wade. No good with the triple. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. Trailing here by 8. Lillard attacking. Nash with some nice D.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And then Wade slams it in.
And you know, Wade doesn't mess around when he's driving inside now. Exceptional at taking off from the launching pad and flying in for the dunk.
Now, here's Jokic. 6 points for him. To the paint. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Assist from
8 points for Jokic.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Nash. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jokic.
And, you know, one of the things you have to love and respect about Nash is his leadership. He's an elite talent, a self-made player who I think makes all of his teammates look better.
For the 2000s team, Shaq's checked in for Nowitzki. Duncan comes in for Kevin Garnett. And LeBron's subbed in for Vince Carter. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jokic. Giannis comes in for Ben Simmons. Curry's checked in for Doncic. And it's Paul in for Damian Lillard.
You know, it's amazing to me how Chris Paul does not sacrifice any accuracy when he shoots it off the dribble. He's a catch-and-shoot guy with some reliability, and off the dribble just as good.
Pass to Curry. From deep, drains the three-pointer. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
James, the pass to Duncan. And Duncan throws it down hard.
You know, I think the passing skills of LeBron are his greatest asset, and he's got some great ones in addition to that. But his passing is otherworldly. When you get open, he gets it to you with exactly the right speed and pace so you can handle it.
James kicks to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. And the dunk by LeBron.
James.
You know, this is what happens when you combine center size with developing point guard skills. Giannis running the offense to perfection right there.
Now here's Nash. Kicks it out to James. Feeds it to O'Neal. And the rejection by LeBron. They get it back. Nash outside. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And here's Nash after LeBron James hitting the three. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Or the 2000s team. Tracy McGrady's checked in for Wade. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for Steve Nash. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the West. Brown comes in for James. Here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
You know, Tim Duncan does a nice job, especially when one of his guys is open. That floor awareness of his, dime drop.
Paul outside. Back to Curry. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
3.
Paul's got 6 assists in the game. LeBron dishes to McGrady. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. McGrady's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Curry. Again, the West All-Stars.
Curry's release is so quick. As a defender, you can't afford to give him any space. You can't lay off at all.
James outside. It's stolen by Brown. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So with Nash sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got O'Neal, Allen Iverson out there with Kobe. Then there's Duncan, and it's James in at the 3 slot. James, the shot, no good. And the 2000s team will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Now here's Iverson. And there's the drive. Yep, that one goes. Iverson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Iverson is a battler. Despite his size, this guy is sensational at playing through contact and scoring.
And Jokic slams it in.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
And here's the 2000s team. Here's Iverson, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Well, you know, he's almost the perfect defensive player. He's got length and strength, and he's athletic. Giannis plays the game hard all the time, too, which is impressive.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. That one good for 2.
Well, the whole floor is wide open for LeBron. I mean, he's got just the right kind of touch for those mid-range shots.
James, the pass to Kobe. Off target with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Jokic gets it to go.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And so James will bring it up for the 2000s team. Trailing by 4. To the inside. And Shaq with the slam.
Boy, nobody wants to get in his way when he's this deep. Watch out.
There's the triple. And it's LeBron James with the 3. James has got the lead up to 5 now for the West All-Stars. The 2000s team with the ball. Here's Bryant, and finish off by Bryant.
And Bryant, just a superb athlete, terrific at just imposing his will on the defense on that drive.
Kobe's gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 60%. James wide open. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. And the 2000s team decides to take their first time out here. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Or the 2000s team. Yao checked in for O'Neal. Garnett comes in for Tim Duncan. And Pierce subbed in for James. Then for the West All-Stars, George is checked in for James. And Lillard subbed in for Curry. Shots good by Yao.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the West All-Stars.
You know, this is why you run the offense through Damian Lillard. I mean, sure, he's going to get his, but he's also going to make sure others get theirs, too.
Doncic against Bryant. Inside. And here's Iverson outside. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Doncic outside. Teardrop shot. And the layup is up and in. And it's a 7-point West All-Star lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. They get it back. Yao. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Gobert, he's checked in for Jokic. Ben Simmons comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Doncic.
And Ming, boy, I tell you, this guy is so big. He's a dominant force who also has a touch that belies his size. This guy is a real force at both ends.
Bryant passes to Pierce. Out to Kobe. With the drive and the dunk by Kobe.
Yeah, if you're going to give Bryant a lane to the rim, then you deserve to get dunked on. You know how tenacious he is when penetrating inside.
Kobe's got most of his shots to fall. 6 makes in 9 tries. Lillard against Iverson.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
No good from Simmons. Now here's Bryant, defended by George. That ties the game.
From Kobe Bryant.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter. Lillard against Garnett. The kick out to Brown. Simmons on the wing. Outside, George. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 6.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Bryant, it's a wide-open look. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Kobe's got it all tied up now for the 2000s team. And so here are the West All-Stars. Right side, George. Garnett grabs the board. Kobe with it. George picks him up. George against Kobe for the lead. West All-Stars with the rebound. Brown kicks to Gobert. Here's George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 8 points for him.
George does not need a lot of space to get his shot off, and he's become quite proficient in the mid-range.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Iverson against Lillard. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Defensive foul.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And here is Paul. He's got 6. The 3-ball. Knocks down the 3-ball.
You know, going back to his rookie season in 2006, Paul shot under 30% from deep. It's amazing how much he's improved that part of his game.
West All-Stars foul. Rudy Gobert. First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting for your 2000s team, LeBron James.
And the first one
Taking
drops.
2 shots.
Hey, there are guys who have played as long as LeBron, okay? But how many have maintained their physical abilities the way he has so late in his career? I think that's a short list.
And both free throws good for LeBron. And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Fourth quarter. Get out of your seat and let's get it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the 4th quarter going. They've got Sabonis. Curry is out there with Paul. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's James in at the 3.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
And stolen by LeBron. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. Duncan with the block.
And that's part of his game. Love seeing Duncan just sky up there to reject shots. Does a great job of utilizing that wingspan along with his timing.
Here's LeBron. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Zubanis. First personal foul. First team foul.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the 2000s team.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Catching up on changes for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Chris Paul. Doncic outside. From deep, James, good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
3 points.
Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
McGrady passes to Duncan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Jokic.
It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
First one falls for him.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. LeBron against James. LeBron James on the wing. It's stolen by Wade. And here they come. And James throws it down hard.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
It's going to be out of bounds. The 2000s team will have another go. Carter's checked in for Dwayne Wade.
Vince Carter.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Count that one.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
Passes it to LeBron. Back to Doncic. Curry is inside. McGrady covering. Duncan with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Duncan. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the West All-Stars. James finds Curry. James looking around. The offensive rebound. Antetokounmpo inside. Duncan is there. Snatched up. Out to Doncic. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Giannis has got his 5th assist in this one. Doncic against Carter. To the middle. Here's Duncan. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Gotta admire the focus now. Duncan is really good at overpowering the defense at times. I like seeing him get to work inside.
And the pass to LeBron. The shot, no good. And the 2000s team will go the other way with it. McGrady. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Assisted by Vince Carter.
And now it's an 8-point 2000s team lead. LeBron against LeBron. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Timeout call, the 2000s team. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Lillard's checked in for Curry. The 2000s team with the ball. Leading by 5 to the inside. And Shaq with the slam.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Now a timeout call by the West All-Stars. They're down by 7. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Jokic. Down low. And Antetokounmpo. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's Iverson. And it's Bryant in the corner. Back to Iverson. Shot clock at 5. Over Lillard. Here's Shaq. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, a dominant big man is O'Neal. Superb control inside. This dude will feast on the interior.
Shooting for your 2000s team, Shaquille.
That's good from O'Neal. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. LeBron against LeBron. It's good, in the 2000s team lead is cut down now to just 5 on the baskets from Lillard.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
James looking around.
West All-Stars foul. LeBron James. 3rd personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for your 2000s team, LeBron James. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
And the shot goes down.
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
And LeBron throws it down.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's James. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
And, you know, we've come to expect this from LeBron James, guys. I mean, when his team needs a bucket, he rises to the occasion.
LeBron passes to Bryant. Back to LeBron. 3-pointer. And it's Bryant missing. And so Giannis will bring it up for the West All-Stars. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They trailed by 5. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so here are the West All-Stars. It's a 5-point game. Over in the corner, Doncic. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Team is in the penalty. Shooting for your 2000s team, Allen Iverson.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
I don't know if we've seen a tougher player pound for pound than Allen Iverson. I mean, you can knock him around, but he's always going to bounce back up. That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich. Outside Bryant. Here's Shed. Money!
O'Neal doing a nice job using his body so well whenever he has the ball. A top-tier scorer for sure.
And so it's the 2000s team with the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.